Folks, look at this old house. This is another old ass house up the street from Williams. Boy, you know that one's been there a long time. A long time. Damn. You can't go up in there, it's posted. So I just figured I'd stop here in front of it and show y'all. Wish I could zoom in, but I can't. Pretty neat, huh? Alright folks, there's a front leg. I got to get busy. I'd have moved in here because it's too doggone got too cold outside for me to be messing around. So I'm gonna work right here near my kitchen sink. Be the best place for me. I think that's a front leg. I remember putting the fronts on the side, the left side of the cooler, and the rear's on the right side. So, that's a front leg. It's been skint. Now as it needs to be trimmed up and cleaned up. That's what it needs to be. We'll have a bucket, a bowl for scraps, trimmings, a bowl for good meat, and a bucket down here for fat and skins. I can get this light where I need it. Some good light. Some good light is very crucial for me. If I ain't got no damn light, I might as well hang it up because I need light. Okay. Dry my meat off. Makes it easier to deal with when it's dry. Went and bought some shitty ass cheap paper towels for processing this deer because I was using my good paper towels, the ones that we use every day, and they get expensive. Because I'm going to go through during this piece of meat right here, this whole quarter, I'm probably gonna go through a whole roll of paper towels just to keep my hands dry. Now, flip her over, dry that up. This has been soaking in a cooler full of ice water and ice, mostly ice. Been putting fresh ice in every day with the drain open. So today's Saturday, killed this buck Monday. Been in there for 6 days. Yeah, 6 days. Oh, nice. Now, from what I've heard and what I've seen on YouTube, people leave it in there for 10 days in the ice bath. Trying to bleed it is what they're trying to do. It don't really bother me, I don't think, because, you know, we ate some last night that wasn't in no cooler for 10 days. And it was good, wasn't it, Ma? Yep. Delicious it was. Yep. That light's probably right in y'all's way, ain't it? Let me see if I can change that to make it better for both of us. Whoop, now there's a damn cord falling down. Alright, let me see, make sure that I'm in a good spot to where I can work comfortably. I made me a little old deer cutting station inside over in the living room. Y'all saw that in another video. It's too low for me. I just couldn't do it. Too damn low. It was way too low. Hurt my back. Well, that don't look good, does it? It's time to replace this one. Okay. Alright, let's get us a knife. I got this clamp right here because sometimes I need to clamp my meat down. When I'm cutting, I need to clamp my meat down so I can pull on one part of it and knife with the other. And this holds the piece of meat, like kind of like you would when you're scaling a fish. Back in the day, they gave you that well, you didn't give it to you, you had to buy it. That board, that fish scaling board that had the little clamp on it, kind of like a clipboard. So let's just make sure that we're good and sharp here. Chopping up some knives. Alright. That'll be good for now. Now, where do we start? I think I want to start right here and go between these muscle groups. Like, you see this muscle right here? I don't know what these are called. I'm not a butcher at all. This is the first time doing this, so try to find a separation in that connective tissue. Need my shit bucket closer. Yeah, that's a bucket for shit to go in. That tallow can be sticky, so I'm just gonna try to find a way down between that right there. Oh, 'cause I don't want to cut into that other muscle. I just want to separate this muscle from the other muscle. There we go, if I can get under there. There we go. There we go. Alright. Put my finger in there. Oh. Probably put my finger in there. It's very cold. Very, very cold. Oh. Yeah. No, it's been in the cooler and on ice. But that's a good cooler. Oh. Alright, right there we go. Now I can get around it. Let's cut all that silver skin and tallow off of there. And I can get in there to that connective tissue. And start separating this muscle. I'm trying to keep these muscles intact is what I'm doing, because I'm gonna have different roasts and what you call it, whatever, out of these things. A lot of I'm gonna trim and end up making a hamburger or ground venison, not hamburger, but ground venison out of it. Oh, I got this new clipboard, or not clipboard, but I got this new cutting board that has these grips on it that, boy, it does grip. I'm telling you what, it does not allow you to turn it around. It doesn't want to spin very well, but sometimes you want it to spin. Oh, let's see. Let's go right through there, like that, around there. Just gonna start pulling them apart. I know I'm probably doing this different from anybody else, but I do what works for me. Don't forget, this is the first time I'm doing this in my life. Yeah, my very first time. So bear with me. If I'm doing it wrong, comment below and let me know. What's an easier way If there's an easy way to do it, I like to know. I want to know the easiest way to do everything in the world. Because I'm an easygoing kind of guy. I want things to be easy on me. So y'all take it easy on me. There's a little piece of meat. I think we'll take that. Throw that in that bucket. Once I get this muscle off of here, I'll put it over here closer to me, and I will trim it up even better, clean it up even better. I'm just gonna go between them two muscles. You can see that line, that white line of skin going between them. Now, I'm not sure where that ends. Probably right here. See that white line? Probably right there. I don't know. I ain't sure. I'll probably be able to see it better if I had all this shit off of here. So let's start. I'm just gonna start trimming some of this off. Trim right on down to that meat right there. I can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting into the meat though. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm probably doing this wrong. I just need to go right on through there like that. Pull it apart. That's what I find when I pull on it, pull it apart, it kind of helps. It helps me see where the muscle groups are, which way the muscle's going. And I can get the tip of that little knife in there. Boy, that damn little old timer's knife, $22 at Walmart. It works so well for cutting this deer meat. It's a dream. Just the tip of it's all you need when you're cleaning this stuff up. That's what I found out. Just that tip. That tip's so sharp. Alright. Let's get right there. Cut through that tendon or whatever that is. I guess we're to the end of that piece of meat. I want these things to look nice. I'm going to be very meticulous about how I clean this. There's a bunch of fat right here around this bone, so I'm not going to be real meticulous right there. Just going to get it away from there. Just going to get it away from it. A lot of that's going to be thrown in the bucket anyway because of how much fat is right there. Trying not to cut into that other, trying not to cut into this other ham or whatever they call it. I'm trying to keep that separate. You gotta keep them separated. Y'all heard that song Offspring sings? You gotta keep them separated. Alright, folks, you're not gonna sit here and watch this whole thing, I'm sure. Well, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, folks, I got that muscle detached from the rest of it. So I'm just gonna go through here and start cleaning it up. What y'all hearing is a sewing machine. Mom's in the room next to me sewing something.
Sewing a sheet.
A sheet? She's sewing a sheet. What happened to it?
I had to cut it too long.
Too long. Sheet is too long. Okay. She's shortening a sheet. So same thing here, folks. Just go between the connective tissues and cut all your tallow. That tallow is that waxy feeling stuff. That's the fat. From what I understand, it tastes horrible. You don't want that on your meat. And when I'm done with this piece of meat, I'll show you. I'll come back on this video and show you when I'm done with this piece of meat. I'm gonna have some scraps like this right here, this little piece, you can see that this is not part of a big rump or part of a big roast. This is a small, this right here's a small muscle. So this is gonna go into the grind pile. This little piece right here. Let's just go ahead and, while the video's rolling, we'll unhook, we'll disconnect that little muscle from the rest of it. Right down to there is where she does. Okay? That little piece is gonna end up being ground meat. But I'm still gonna clean all this off. Like, see this skin? They call that silver skin. You don't want that on there. You're gonna get you a paper towel, dry it off again. That silver skin's easier to deal with when it's dry. Look at it, sticking to my paper towel so bad. It's very sticky. So I'm just gonna pull on it, get that shit to come off. Yeah. Get that shit off of there. Get every bit of that off of there as you can. That fat, get that fat off of it. I'm gonna get very close. I try to get very close to that silver skin and that fat to try not to lose any meat. Like that right there. Just pull that fat off the best you can. I want to save every bit of meat that I can. Y'all know me, I'm a big one. I like to eat. Pull that silver skin off. That goes in this bucket. The fat bucket. Now, they're trying to get away from me on this side, ain't they? Cut some of that off. Get that little piece right there off. That little piece right there. Trim that off. A little bit ain't gonna hurt you. You know? You put lots of spices in there. A little bit ain't gonna hurt you, but see, like that, I don't want it. I don't want it on there. I want my stuff to taste good. So like I said, I'm gonna be meticulous. Very meticulous when I clean my meat. Oh. Try to get as much of it off as I can. Until I get tired of looking at that piece. Which now I'm tired of looking at that piece. This piece is ready for the pile, ready for the bowl. This will be grind meat, which that's the perfect size to throw in the grinder, which we'll do that in another video, folks. I bought a grinder from Bass Pro Shop. It's a heavy-duty Cabela's meat grinder / sausage maker. It's got a sausage stuffer attachment that comes with it. Not sure how well the sausage stuffer's going. The sausage part's going to work. I hear the grinder part works really good, but the sausage part, I've watched on YouTube that people don't really like that part that much. It doesn't work as well as a sausage press. So there's a piece of silver skin on here that I'm having trouble with. I want to keep it. I want to keep this piece of meat. But once to get through that silver skin, I'm not gonna have much meat left. So, but there's gonna be a little bit. I mean, and a bunch of these turn into a bite. So I'm gonna do the best I can to get that crap off of there. There ain't much to hold on to, but there we go. That's off. Now I'm left with a nice little morsel of meat. All right. Y'all get the idea? I get the idea. It ain't that hard to do. It's just time consuming. That's all. Time consuming. My fingers are going numb from doing this. So I have to wait a few minutes, let the blood get back to where it needs to be. My back hurts from sitting in one spot like this. If I move around a little bit, I'll be better. But sitting seems to be the best. I can't stand and do it, but I have to sit. But I also have to move so I have circulation. You can't just sit in one spot for too long because you gotta have blood circulating. We'll be back later, folks, when we get a bunch of damn meat in the bowls. Yeah, we got a lot to go. And I still got 3 more of these to do. 2 very large ones. All right, folks, I'm done with that small piece. And this is what I got out of it. Looks like a bunch of stew meat. I don't know. I'm going to have to study a chart on which parts of the animal are good for what meal. Because I have no idea. I'm just chopping it up. So I need to go and check that out real quick so I can label this accordingly. I'm going to wash up my clipboard here and my knives, and then resharpen my knives and come back and get back to work. Thank you for watching, folks. Me learning how to butcher a deer on Rednecks Gone Wild.